Under the neon glare of New York City, two fighters stepped into the ring, carrying not just gloves, but ideologies. Devin Haney, the dream, calm, clinical, and master of discipline. Ryan Garcia, King Rye, unpredictable, fast, explosive, and ruled by chaos. The question that echoed through Madison Square Garden was simple. What wins tonight, discipline or disorder? As the bell rang, Garcia exploded forward like a flash of lightning, hurling hooks with bad intentions. Patient and composed, sought to time and counter, but then it came, the punch Haney feared most. A thunderous left hook. The crowd gasped. Haney's legs wobbled for a split second as Garcia's confidence ignited the arena. Every feint, every roar from the crowd only fueled Garcia's aggression. He was fast, reckless, and fearless, the storm unleashed. Haney survived the early onslaught, but the message was clear. Ryan Garcia came to destroy. As the bell ended the first round, Haney's eyes told a story. He had felt the monster's power. Across the ring, Garcia smiled, bouncing on his toes, knowing he had drawn first blood. The war for supremacy had just begun. Round 2 began like a chess match under fire. Haney adjusted, circling, jabbing, trying to regain control of the pace. Garcia, however, hunted him down with predatory instinct. His left hook kept cocked, waiting to strike again. Haney's corner urged patience, reminding him of the plan. Use the jab, control the space. But every time Haney reached, Garcia countered like lightning. The fans could sense it. Something special was unfolding. Haney, known for composure, was being forced into chaos. Then came another flash. Garcia's right hand cracked through Haney's guard, snapping his head back. The crowd erupted. Haney absorbed it, adjusted, and finally landed a clean body shot that momentarily froze Garcia in place. The tension rose. Technician versus instinct, calm versus fire. Garcia taunted, waving his glove, daring Haney to trade. Haney obliged, firing crisp jabs, setting traps. Round 3 was closer. Haney began finding his rhythm. But Garcia's raw power loomed like a dark cloud. Every missed left hook carried danger. As the bell rang, both men glared at each other, sweat, pride, and defiance glistening under the lights. The chess match had turned into a battlefield. The crowd sensed that neither man was willing to break first. By the middle rounds, the fight had evolved into a storm of willpower. Haney began pressing forward, throwing combinations with surgical accuracy. The discipline of a lifetime was finally showing. But Garcia was far from done. He fired a looping hook that barely missed, then a straight right that connected flush. Haney absorbed it, but his eyes betrayed him. That one hurt. The crowd rose as Garcia charged, letting his hands fly in bursts of fury. Haney clinched, trying to smother the chaos. "Stay smart," his father yelled from the corner. But staying smart against a fighter like Garcia was like trying to calm a hurricane. In round 6, Garcia struck again, a vicious left hook that sent Haney stumbling. The arena exploded. Haney hit the canvas briefly, his pride more bruised than his body. The referee's count echoed through the madness. Haney got up, defiant. Garcia grinned, his energy electric, his swagger undeniable. But Haney, ever the tactician, refused to crumble. He regained his stance, jabbing, moving, surviving the storm. When the bell rang, the fans were breathless. Garcia had taken control, but the disciplined dreamer still stood. The fight had become a battle of hearts, as much as hands. Rounds 7 through 10 tested every ounce of spirit both men had. Haney, blood trickling from his lip, began to rebuild his fight from the ashes. He jabbed with intent, dug to the body, and used angles to frustrate Garcia. The technician was back, sharp, poised, relentless. Garcia, however, continued to walk through fire, winging hooks with venom. In the ninth round, he connected with another left that shook the champion again. The referee watched closely as Haney stumbled back, but somehow he stayed upright. Every exchange was electric. Haney's fundamentals against Garcia's fury. The crowd could barely sit down. Each punch carried the story of their careers, the disciplined student versus the daring prodigy. As the 10th round ended, Haney found his rhythm again, snapping Garcia's head back with precise shots. For a moment, the tide seemed to turn. Garcia smiled through the pain, nodding in respect. Both men had been hurt. Both had tasted doubt, but neither would yield. The garden thundered as they returned to their corners. Two warriors battered, unbroken, ready for the final act. The final rounds began with silence before the storm. Every fan stood, knowing history was being written. Round 11, Garcia pressed forward, hunting for the knockout. Haney tried to survive with strategy, slipping, moving, countering. But Garcia found the range again. Boom! Another right hand sent Haney reeling. The champion's legs betrayed him as Garcia swarmed. 3 times he sent Haney to the canvas, each knockdown louder than the last. Haney kept rising, driven by pride alone. "This is my dream," he shouted, but Garcia's fists kept answering. Round 12 arrived, and both men, exhausted and bruised, gave everything left inside. Garcia's hooks found their mark again, Haney answering with pure heart. The final bell rang. The arena shook with applause. When the scorecards were read, one word echoed: majority decision, Ryan Garcia. The crowd erupted in disbelief and awe. The man once called distracted, unstable, and unpredictable had just defeated the most disciplined champion in the world. Tears mixed with triumph as Garcia lifted his arms high. A new kind of king was born. In a sport ruled by control, chaos had prevailed. The monster of speed had conquered the master of skill.